the void. This is Journey Through Miro. I am Nola Moore, and these are my boys. Say hello, boys.
Hello. What's good?
And they will now introduce themselves, starting with the Ned Flanders cosplayer.
Howdy doodly.
Ned Flanders in the paperboy cap looking
I was
your high diddly duty self out there.
Way back when I was in a D&D server doing a spaceship thing with my character, just the profile picture of BJ Honeycutt from MASH, and one of the characters on the ship, it was an ongoing thing, was this slime blob thing that was formerly Ned Flanders. Anyways,
Oikley.
it hidely hoed. I'm Steven Stoll. Steven the Stoll on TikTok, Lone Jedi 100 here on YouTube, where I am trying to get back to my D&D campaign, but the much less Odyssean task I'm completing over there is a absurdist humor comedy sitcom series called Dumb Detective, about a dumb detective and his unwilling normal human companion. Yeah, check it out. Oh, I play Yip, no tail, covered road.
I'm surprised you almost did all of that without remembering why we're here. Speaking of why we're here, hello. My name is Jeremiah, also known as the Black Doctor, also known as Liturgy and Truth. I play Balgroth the Dark here on Journey Through Miro. I also play on Steven's campaign as the illustrious Tortle Donatello. You can find me on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, all that other fun stuff under the name Liturgy and Truth. Check me out.
Hello, I'm at Dale Jitsu on X, TikTok, and Instagram in no particular order. I play the role of Isaiah Yeager, Magus Extraordinaire, and the most powerful member of the Hands of Vengeance.
Doubt.
I'm the only one with regular hands.
Doubt.
Excuse me, who died?
I still have hands. I still have hands.
Humans are dying out in this world. Actually, non-human hands are the regular hands now.
Exactly.
That guy say what?
So, who can give me, who remembers last session at all?
We found a small child.
Uh-huh.
Sort of halfway adopted small child.
Uh-huh.
As we do.
We were on our way to go through this huge, dangerous pass. While I think heading to this ball that we were invited to by King Donet.
Is there like a monster in our way or something?
Well, there was a carnival that this girl basically came and ran from. I mean, her dad's still there.
Right, there was a carnival, and I don't know if this is metagaming or not. I know for a fact we're near something that's dangerous. Relatively near.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if that was from context clues of the game, intentional, or that I just took.
Mm.
Right, the carnival.
Trying to remember. It's been about a month. My memory escapes me.
Carnival. The carnival that the character's name is Daisy.
I'll give Balgroth inspiration. If Dale or Steven can tell me what creatures attacked you guys in the last session, you can get inspiration.
My notes are on my other computer.
Oh, that sucks, man.
It does. I'm going to guess, though, that these creatures moved.
Yeah?
Yes.
Moving creatures.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
Was it-
Vezins.
No.
Was it the tree?
No.
Was it no?
Guys,
Snowman! No.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for
I
this
think
one.
it was some sort of avian things.
No, that was a
No,
previous
no.
session.
They were land creatures.
Ah, land sharks.
Huh.
You could basically look this up.
That would be cheating.
Of course, it would be cheating, but it would be fun.
I'll
Well,
give you a hint.
using notes is technically cheating when you're doing a recap. This is why I do it from memory and I don't take notes.
Uh-huh. I'll give you a hint. Yip Yap is very...
Goblins.
There you go. Inspiration.
Yeah.
Right, now I remember. The ward.
Steven, I'll
Yes.
give you inspiration if you can tell me what the name of the thing you're going through is called.
The thing we're going through? Oh, shoot.
Depression.
The
Accurate.
shoot. Okay, what's the style of nomenclature? Is it like the Crag of Winds? Canyon?
Now I have to wonder if you have Roll20 even pulled up.
I do! Well, I clicked on something that's supposed to pull it up. If it would ever work.
Do you mean Miro? Like we're journeying through Miro?
No,
Oh my goodness.
the path through the mountains.
I don't know what it's called.
Looking right at it.
Okay.
I gave you an easy one, and you're making this so difficult.
I'm having technical issues called something didn't load when I told it to. So I'm
Wow.
Okay. I'll give you a different question then. What's the name of the guy driving the wagon for you guys?
slightly typical dwarf name.
Oh, come on!
He's a dwarf.
Oh, come on!
What's the species of the guy driving the wagon?
A
You don't
halfling?
even know his name?
Dwarf? Halfling?
No!
No!
What?
Wow. Wow.
No!
Been a few weeks.
You get no inspiration.
Oh.
Starting.
You were fighting so hard to give him some.
I was like, hey, just look at Roll20 and tell me what's on the screen.
Like, please, bro, please. I'm dying here.
Anyway.
Not our finest hour.
You all stand. Well, not standing. You're in the wagon, looking into the mouth of Goliath's Pass, with its sky-topped cliff faces glowering down at you, daring you to enter. And as you pass by this withered wooden sign, you see that it is mostly written primarily in Giant, which I don't think any of you can read. But scrawled underneath it, in Common, it says, Mouth of Pirata. New Garson, the guy driving, pulls the wagon through with the three of you in the back, with Daisy, who's been going in and out of sleep despite it only being kind of late afternoon in the day. the passage through the mountains is as claustrophobic as an open air valley can be. You can hear the wind lashing about the cabin outside, funneled by the tight space of the path, sending sheets of snow obscuring just how close the cliff actually is. And above you whistles the many Goliath caverns, the inhabitants of which you have yet to see any proof of other than the abandoned watchtower at the entrance, and of course the actual caverns they are said to live in.
See, I remembered the Goliaths were in this region, at least at one point.
At one point.
At one point.
Through the front window, because he is sitting so close, you can see Garson managing to stay just as statuesque as ever despite the harsh weather conditions. The Vezins, with their cherry-colored skin, are the only source of actual color in this void of white and grays. The journey has slowed to a crawl as the snow becomes deeper and a silence fills the wagon that doesn't have to be quiet if you guys want to talk.
Well, Goliath's Pass.
It's a big pass.
Yes. Big enough for a Goliath, even.
Goliaths are big, I believe.
I believe they are.
I wonder how long it's going to take to get through all this.
I mean, at least as long as it takes for a Goliath to pass.
Balgroth throws you out of the wagon.
Well,
All right, now for my next character, Dragon Paladin.
the next character is beamed into the wagon.
No, it's just
the
a
Dragonborn of the Radiance.
you see a giant 1-up pop up above his head. Oh man. So what do you think we'll expect once we get to this gala or this ball?
Well, I suppose if you have to go through Goliath Pass to get there, it's probably a big ball, so probably fancy and hot culture. Whatever it is the refined do.
Well, the refined do a lot of things, but not. Unfortunately, not a lot of it is what we actually enjoy. The only thing we will probably enjoy is, the alcohol.
Can you consume alcohol now, Balgroth?
I can always assume alcohol, but that doesn't mean I can get drunk.
Assume.
I wasn't going to say anything. It just poofs into him. It gets assumed.
I mean, I can technically eat, but I can't really get anything out of it.
Yeah.
It's a gala.
A big ball.
What's the ball made out of?
I think you might be misunderstanding him. It is a gala is a big gathering of people where they, what is it? Well, they drink a lot of alcohol, they party a lot. I mean, you've been to one, Yip Yap. You've been to one.
When?
Remember when we fought? Well, remember when we saved the queen and her family?
Yeah. You had the hats for her.
I get. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, that did happen. But yeah, that's what that is.
Oh, okay.
So, you excited?
Sure. You can hit on someone else?
Don't tempt me.
The Goblin Queen.
Hey.
Some mixed signals there. Daisy,
This to steal your girl.
Daisy speaks up from beside Balgroth, where she's been kind of curled up under the coat or blanket that you gave her.
Mm-hmm.
You all have met a queen before?
Oh yeah. Should have been there. It was great.
What queen?
Balgroth falls into a deep silence, trying to remember her name.
She was a bug lady.
Eh,
Oh my god.
yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. The bottom line
Did I
is,
riz her up? Yes. Do I remember her name? Not a good question to ask.
our womanizing friend aside, it was a lovely time. Her son Stolas had traveled with us, and we returned him safely.
Yes.
He'd been
Yeah.
kidnapped by some rats.
That's so cool.
You're sort of like a traveling orphanage, if you will.
Pretty
Mm.
much. Sisterhood of the Traveling Orphans.
I'm a guy, but yeah.
Like Brotherhood of the Traveling Orphans, then.
That sounds like we're some sort of holy order of like knights that go around and do stuff.
I am a paladin.
Oh, fair. Wait, are we? Are we Are we? I don't know that word. Never mind.
We're on a mission from God.
Are we on a mission for? I mean, I am.
I'm on a
mission for God.
not the same God, but yes, we are on a mission from God.
You know, there are many paths to the Radiance.
But only one path to the Tylurian.
Oh, well, I mean, he is like the Earth, so you know, the ground is only in one direction.
Correct.
Isaiah just listening to this profane geography that's being spewed by the two of them.
What, you got
Isaiah, why
something
are
to
you saying
say?
that such weird things out loud? I mean, who would be anti-Fane?
Do you have something to add to this, Isaiah?
No, Balgroth, nothing to contribute.
I don't know. You sound annoyed.
I cast Fireball. No,
The
just
entire carriage explodes.
I mean, now it's warm.
end it all.
Somehow, a share still gets hit by the fireball.
Oh gosh. Oh,
No,
man.
I'll hold my tongue.
All right then. Have it your way.
Daisy speaks up again. Was it the queen of Kincardine that
Yes.
place?
Indeed it was. How do you know Kim Cardine?
Well, she came through Sione a while ago.
What was she doing over here?
I don't know. I saw her and the wagons that were with her. They went south, I think.
South of Sione. Isaiah, will you make a note of that?
Yes,
I don't have any paper.
south of Sione.
South.
Literally just starts to just trace his own skin.
There's not much south. There's just more trees, I think, and the coast, but it's frozen.
I see.
Near your coast, that's where our paths collide.
If we make it to Calatopia, I'm interested to see it. I've heard stories about it.
As have I. Well, it seems that seems you might get the full tour once we're there.
I heard it's the only city in Sione that's warm. They built it on top of a volcano or something.
Hmm. It's good to know. Instantly begins creating plan of dropping the King Donet into the volcano.
I'd just like to get somewhere warm again. I didn't realize how cold I was until you brought me in here.
And
Well,
what
of
was
course.
you were traveling with
Would
a carnival, I believe?
No, she was traveling with her father.
With the carnival. Wasn't that like, didn't they go?
You guys found her just kind of sitting in the snow looking at a
Yes.
flower.
Mm-hmm. She wasn't traveling with the carnival. Her and her dad stumbled upon the carnival.
Oh,
And
I see. Okay, they didn't
met-
go specifically for that purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And she ran.
Mm.
Really wise decision.
So, Garson, sort of nudge over to Garson. How long do you think it's going to be to get through this pass?
It's hard to say with the way that the weather is and the Vezins. They're built for the snow, but this is a lot of snow. Probably a day or two at most.
Oh boy. I guess I better get comfortable. Balgras sort of opens up his prayer book and just begins perusing through it aimlessly.
Yep takes out his bag of dragon scales. Say, Daisy, wanna play a game?
Sure. What game?
I forgot what I called it.
It's called Heads I Win, Tails You Lose.
Okay, it's not in Yip Yap doesn't understand. Should be a hilarious place for it, actually. Football checkers.
Oh, checkers. I can play that.
He lays it out. He starts setting out the dragon and kobold scales.
So you and her do that. Balgroth is reading his prayer book. Isaiah, what are you going to do?
I'm going to check on my dragon's egg. Anything of note?
Did you bring it inside the carriage with you, or is it in the There's like a storage box on the outside of the carriage.
Oh, it's okay. I see. So it's like it's not easily visible.
Yeah.
He uses the mage hand to bring it in.
You know what? I'll just peruse the books I have. Skim the Skin Golem book to see if I missed anything important, like a warning.
I mean, there are those pages that were clearly ripped out.
Those probably weren't important though, so I want to see what was important enough to be left in there.
Mercy.
Yeah, there's nothing new about the Skin Golem book. It's still just the components you needed and the actual ritual and like what you can make the Skin Golem do and stuff.
Gotcha. So I can't control Balgroth, even though he is sort of a Skin Golem, right?
No, you aren't able to control him anymore because of Gary.
Gary Gygax, what did you do?
Oh, I was able to control him before I gave him a head?
You could have.
Could have, yeah.
I could have. Huh. Then I guess I'll just study his little talisman until something else happens. See if I can figure out what's going on with it.
The talisman.
That's not the word, but like the phylactery thing that like he can't get very far from.
Oh, I think that's his tooth. or something of that nature.
Mm.
It's like I know it's like a piece of him that he's tied to.
Yeah, I meant it generically. It's not like a medallion necessarily. It's some sort of magic doohickey.
All right. So, as you all do that, with Balgroth reading, Yip Yap and Daisy playing checkers, Isaiah examining his inventory, a gentle silence falls back over the caravan as it is trudged through the snow by the Vezins and Garson. And eventually, the wind shifts, and you can feel it rather than hearing it. It's not sudden, though, when the silence is broken. It's a gradual building of something which draws earthquakes from your bones. A sensation Balgroth you have felt many times before, but never with such intensity despite your distinct lack of bones, besides skull. Every fiber of you, all of you, rattles with this pressuring tension, and slowly the vibrations within you move to fill your eardrums ringing. Thunder drowns out any thoughts, and you barely notice that the wagon has stopped before every sound wave available to your discernment is overtaken by a wailing death rattle. Tears are pulled from your eyes from the momentum of the despair or wrath or scorn that is brought upon by the screams which ramp up and up in volume, equal only to what you imagine an entire kingdom suddenly brought into flames could emit. Daisy curls in on herself, covering her ears with her arms wrapped around her head. After several long moments stuck in this frenzied wind of agony, it dies down as slowly as it had risen, until the silence left by its wake brings awareness to the thundering hearts of those who have them. And that silence is promptly shattered by the screech of the front window being pulled open and the cold of the outside filling the wagon as Garson calls to you over the wind. We have to find somewhere to hide, to hunker down. That was just the first wind. Any more and we'll go deaf.
What are those?
That's Pirata. We can't be stuck out this close to it. I'm going to find a cave so that our ears stay intact.
Very well.
Do whatever you need to do.
Wow.
Garson pulls the window closed again before pushing the Vezins onward in a slightly off-course direction. The first cave that he comes upon seems to be good enough for him as he guides the wagon past the barely clearanced entrance. The inside of the cave is large despite the width of the opening, and here Garson hops down to relieve the Vezins of their harnesses and lets them go lay against the stone before he opens up the doors for you three and takes some torches from his travel pack to make a fire.
Oh, it's crazy. Oh.
We shouldn't need to stay here long, just until this passes. With the wagon in front of the entrance, it'll buffer some of the noise, so make yourself as comfortable as you can.
Well, all right then. I guess I'll try to make comfortable.
There doesn't appear to be a lot to this cave. It's a kind of semicircle of rock and ice surrounding you, opposite to the entrance / only perceivable exit of the cave. Towards the left end is the twin Vezins piled atop each other to retain and share body heat. And to the right, it appears as though the wall curves behind itself. There's only some downtime to be had until Garson decides it's okay to leave the cave again.
So I have dark vision. Is there like anything, like if I go deeper into the cave, because it seems to sort of turn, it looks like it's turning in on itself. Is it actually turning in on itself the closer I go in?
It's not dark enough where you need dark vision to see in this cave, especially because Garson has started a fire now.
Mm-hmm.
As you go closer to the curve of the wall, you hear a frantic skittering as something clearly not used to being stealthy attempts to be stealthy.
Yeah.
It hides behind some rocks.
I go investigate the rocks.
Alone?
Hmm?
Does it's alone?
Getting closer, you hear like this muttering until you are suddenly nailed in the face with a snowball. And as it drips away, you see the form of a nervous, blue-scaled kobold wrapped tight in matching coat lined with cloudy gray fur. Hi. I'm Crunchers. Sorry about the snowball. I got nervous. I thought you were a monster.
Well, considering the opinions of some people, you'd be right, but I'm not. Yip yap, you've got a friend.
Huh? Yeah, dude. Bog the dark.
No, I mean, like, come here.
Balgroth, not all kobolds know each other.
He Peter Patters over. I'm sorry. Should I? I'll tone down the friend thing if you really don't like it. I just thought it's good
No.
PR. It's a phrase I heard.
No, that's not what I meant. What I meant is he picks him up and plops him right in front of the new blue kobold.
What? Blue?
Hi.
Oh. Hi. He's dropped the form at this point.
Yeah. You have red scales. That's really cool. I haven't seen a red kobold in a long time.
Yeah, there's not a lot of us left. The whole little goblins happened.
Oh,
And
I
some
hate
adventurers.
I hate goblins.
I hate goblins.
See? Told you.
They do whatever kobolds do instead of handshake.
They dab each other up.
You just hear across the entire cave.
except half the sounds are missing because Tail is supposed to be involved in Yip Yap.
Clap. Whoosh.
Some adventurers cut off my tail. I Yip Yap the tail. You are?
Crunchers.
Cruncher.
I'm sorry about your tail. Did you ever think about getting like a prosthetic? Prosthetic?
No, I think about getting revenge.
That's cool.
Dad. He's gonna help me do it. This is basically my new dad.
Oh, that's cool.
At this point, it's evolved into kobold. He's really cool. He likes me more than the other guy. He's teaching me magic. I need these guys. There's a wizard and there's a barbarian or something, and there's a bard. I don't got something for that. I'm not good at instruments.
A wizard like a magic guy?
Yeah.
We got a magic guy.
We?
Shoot.
Oh yeah, we in kobold is very similar to we in common.
Mrs. Dungeon Mistress, I'm want to see if there's any spells going on with this little fella.
No, no. It's he's not like a magical kobold. There's no illusionary thing going on. You've just found a lizard in a cave.
Please, I am a magical kobold.
Are you like Magical Trevor?
Hmm?
No. You guys don't know Magical Trevor?
I don't think I'm hearing you right.
You all are too young. Sorry.
You're gonna have to help me with this one, Chief.
I'll put it in the chat later, but all right.
I feel disappointed.
The kobold kind of like straightens up. Well, like, you guys can't really stay here.
Oh, we're not here for long. We're just waiting for the screaming to pass.
Yeah, the screaming sucks, but you can't stay here.
Why not?
This is a stronghold for the Shimmering Liveth, and I'm supposed to be the guard. I need you all to leave.
We're gonna once the storm passes.
Huh.
What are you guarding?
This stronghold.
Is this cave the stronghold?
The cave is the entrance to the stronghold. Only kobolds can get to it, though. You can't come inside. Sorry, he says to Yip Yip.
Well,
what did he say to me? What did he say to me?
He said he can't come inside. I'm sorry.
Oh. I mean, maybe. What if, like, some of you came out and we chatted a bit, like the wizard guy?
I have to. I'll go check with Ton, and I'll be like right back. Stay here. And he like turns and dives down this like tiny cobalt-sized hole, and you see him just slither down.
Editing, Steven. Insert the Lego Star Wars noise there. When I get to editing this series. One of these years.
And it takes him a while to come back. It takes him so long while you're waiting that the light outside starts to dim, indicating that the sun has set. And Garson is trying to keep the fire going.
Ooh, Yip Yap's gonna help. Koboldish Flame.
Okay. And we're going to pause there, take a break.
All right.
And I'll be right back.
Found a kobold!
Yay! You found a friend.
And the road looks rough ahead. Kobold and kobold from your kobold cold. Got a Cohen bold. Yes, you got a Cohen bold. Some other kobolds. Something that kobold rhymes. Not really. Oh, kobold? Not intimidating. Kobold with a shotgun.
I like playing kobolds.
That's fun. They're so fun.
Voicing them is a strain on my voice, but they're fun.
How are you doing it?
What, crunchers?
Yeah.
I don't know. Crunchers. I don't know. I'm just literally crunching my voice, I guess.
Ah. Ooh. Ah.
I'm like doing that. I'm going part way on the thing that I do when I do my impression of Venom.
Venom.
Ah. Ah.
Venom, Eddie, chicken nuggets.
Eddie.
Eddie, I want chicken nuggets.
I'm not in.
One of these sessions, I'm gonna bring in a kobold that's just Eddie. Because Zed was almost like that. Zed had like that smoker's voice because he does.
Oh, like Lord Zed?
It
Or like Lord Zed from the Power Rangers?
No, Zed is what Zed is a kobold you guys met back in Retcher.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I was making obscure references.
I don't
Speaking of
watch
Power Rangers, apparently one of the guys who played a Black Ranger in one of the series is now a on trial sovereign citizen.
Oh my! Did you
He's
know that
bullshit.
Ha Ha Davis has now been arrested?
Who?
Ha Ha Davis. This finna be a breeze.
Well, I guess it wasn't a breeze.
Wait, what did he get arrested for?
Domestic violence.
Oh,
Allegedly. He hasn't been shot. Well, he hasn't been convicted yet.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
man's got a lot of legs.
Man, if he is get convicted, the only thing that man gonna be screaming is "Guard!"
uh, are we ready to get back to it?
I'm
I'm
ready.
ready.
That's one.
Journey Through Miro is brought to you by. We are not sponsored.
We're never gonna be.
It's
Woo.
sponsored
Our
by
Patreon is not.
the Patreon.
You should put
There
your
is
Patreon in the descriptions. That's what I do.
I'm not putting the Patreon in the descriptions because there's nothing on the Patreon yet. It would feel
Oh.
disingenuous.
I barely know her.
Oh man, Dale, are you back?
I am back. Can you not hear me?
No, I couldn't. Not until now.
Oh, yeah.
I think the car is causing some interference
The car?
because you parked in your apartment, right?
Oh,
He parked right on top of the router.
See, I remember jokes, unlike some people. So yeah. As you're waiting for Crunchers to get back, night has crept up upon you like smoke from the dying flame that's in the center of the cavern. The pyre, despite Yip Yap's help, there are only so many torches that can be used. And Garson has been cooking some fish that he had packed away. Most of it has gone to the Vezins, as you all have your own rations. He looks up to the three of you as Daisy is kind of just curled up by the fire. Who wants to take forced watch with me?
I will. I want to see my friend come back.
Okay. The rest of you can... I think I have some bedrolls in the back of the wagon. You can take those. Make yourselves comfortable. Might be a long night.
I don't sleep.
Alright. Cool.
The Balgroth would just find a secluded part of the cave and just sort of lean there,
Okay.
gather aura.
So Isaiah, you go to sleep?
yeah, I guess I'm the only one who can sleep. I may as well.
All right.
I'm going to curl up.
Curl up with the egg. So Isaiah and Daisy fall asleep rather quickly. The fire ever consuming the torches being used for the full fuel. And Garson gently pokes them around to pick away the charred bits. The night creeps on slowly, the first watch, with Yip Yap and Balgroth still awake as well. When the fire finally dies, the crackling slowly dissipates until the only source of the sound is the wind, varying in volume outside the cavern, as it is plunged into darkness. But that silence becomes shattered by a shriek. Not the shriek of Pirata outside. This echoes within the cavern before it is pulled away back into the cushion of silence. And those with dark vision, who were awake at the time, would know that Daisy is gone now.
Uh-oh.
Balgroth immediately perks up in surprise and in anger.
Garson is up and looking around, but he doesn't have dark vision, so he's kind of just...
Where is she? Balgroth, I guess, just begins to search around, just, I guess, frantically.
Yip looks for prints around where she was.
Both of you roll an investigation, and this might have woken Isaiah up. I mean, it was a shriek, but, like, it's your purview.
Investigating.
I will remain sleeping until awoke.
Okay. That's so fair.
I will use an inspiration point.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Are you kidding me?
An
I'm
8.
going to use my inspiration point.
Ah.
Are you kidding me? Can't see nothing in here.
Gary's just in your head like, dude, what was that? Dude, what the hell was that?
I don't know.
It's too hard.
I'm stressed.
Yip. You managed to find that there are, like, in this like thin layer of snow that's on the ground of the cavern, you see, like, lines that were made by fingers, probably, as something was dragged to a wall. But that wall is solid, and it just stops.
She was dragged through the wall! Yip runs full speed into the wall.
Goodness. Balgroth rushes to where Yip is and just starts, I guess, sort of lightly touching or pawing the wall.
Yip, take a point of damage from running into the wall full speed.
And Balgroth just sort of taps parts of the wall looking for, like, a secret compartment or anything like that. Does he feel anything?
Roll another... I guess that would be investigation.
Oh, goodness.
Did we sleep since the last fight we had?
No.
Cool. Hope we don't
You
get into
took first
one.
watch.
We did.
This is first watch.
Balgroth, you don't find anything in the wall that would indicate a passage of any kind. Mm-hmm. Any, like, crevices or, like, outstanding rocks are just that. Nothing substantial.
Do I sense anything? Like, is there a evil presence that's been here?
How does your divine sense work again? Thanks. Yeah. There's a slight around the wall and kind of partly through the cavern. There's this very low wrongness in the air that's dissipating the longer you focus on it.
I tried to sort of chase after it.
Just kind of leads you into the wall.
Where's that other kobold?
He hasn't come back yet.
I don't know. Am I my cousin's keeper?
Balgroth sort of growls and sort of punches the wall in frustration.
You chip a piece of it off. Nothing else really happens. Because Garson is also kind of being frantic, the Vezins are moving around, sniffing, and kind of making these small yip noises as they huff around the wall.
Yip back at them for yipping.
So a piece of it fell off.
Yeah, because you punched it.
Right. So that means there might be something behind it, right? Could that indicate something?
You just managed to dislodge like a piece of the rock. If you want to keep punching it, that's your purview.
I'm gonna keep punching it.
All right, man. You do
And I
that.
mean, the closest thing that comes to mind is she's behind the wall. I don't have any other way of tracking her down. I
That's
need
so
to
fair.
get her back.
That's so fair. You need to get her back.
This is my thing. Once I pick a goal, I'm obsessed to it, to the detriment of everything else in my life. I need to get through this wall.
That's so fair.
Have you hit the wall?
So Balgrog basically just starts JoJo oring the wall.
Steven, I need you to send this picture to the group chat. What am I looking at?
Yes, ma'am.
What the hell? I don't remember asking for this.
I
wish I could show it. When I'm editing this, I'm gonna put the picture right over your face cam.
Egg.
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 So I made a card game called Eggs Basket, and one of the cards is called Leg Egg.
Egg.
I adore you.
It's like Easter, but without what people think is paganism.
God, I'm not getting into that right now. So, yeah, Balgroth, you keep punching at the wall, and you're just kind of getting chips of rock off of it. Not much is happening. It doesn't sound or feel like it's hollow on the other side. Eventually, Garson comes up and kind of like puts a hand on your shoulder. She's not in the wall.
They're in the walls.
That's where the fingers go.
They're in the walls.
No.
They're in the gosh dang walls. Then where? I turn around, eyes glowing with fury. Then where is she?
I don't know, but she's gone. If she was still close, the Vezins could find her even if she was outside. But they're just as confused as the rest of us. Which means two things. She was vaporized.
What?
Or something. I've heard of creatures that can use shadows to teleport.
Me wishing I had Shadow Step already.
Now, I am
Or
still
Mr.
asleep
Snap.
for all this, right? You guys have not woken me up yet?
You've chosen not to waken up, so yeah.
Yes. Just checking.
Mhm.
I'm blissfully sleeping.
I take a rock and toss it at Isaiah to wake him up.
I sleep through it.
Dang, dude.
Are you kidding me?
I'm so like a girl. What do you expect?
I took another rock and toss it at him. Does that do anything?
You tossing or chucking the rock at him?
No, I'm chucking it now.
Okay.
What? Balgroth, I know that was you.
Daisy's gone!
How did you lose a child?
You forget to cherish her, but that's not the point!
Dang.
Well, where did she go?
We don't know.
Well, how long has she been gone?
She's like just taken.
Like just now. Like just a few minutes ago.
How did you not see it happen, Balgroth?
We heard a noise, she screamed, and she just vanished.
Well, have you checked farther into the cave?
Yes.
Have you checked outside of the cave?
Yes.
Well-
I even tried punching through the freaking walls, because that was the last semblance that we saw of her.
I'm going to take out my locust meter and ask what direction she is.
What direction she is?
Or where is she? Well, yeah, whatever the
The locus meter answers in yes, no, and maybe.
That's right. It doesn't have a compass function, does it? No, it does have a compass function.
Unless you're asking for the location of a place, not a person.
Oh, not a person? The place where she is? No. All right. Is she still in this cave?
No.
Hmm,
You get
is
3.
Is she more than a mile away? Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no. She's more than a mile away. How are you all this incompetent? I leave you alone for a few hours while I'm napping? And you lose a child?
Listen here, spell boy. This happened outside of any of our purview.
Purview? What?
Shut up.
It's a multisyllabic word for you, Balgroth. Anyway,
It's
I suppose we'll have to... Multi, yes. I suppose we'll have to go out and search for her. I'm going to send out my crow into the sky to see if he can see anything. Is it still late at night?
It's still dark outside, yeah. And
I'm so tired, Balgroth. Ugh, you've
the
ruined
wind
my-
outside kind of makes it hard for your crow to fly around.
Oh, that's right. It's dangerous outside. Well, whatever took her must be able to brave the weather somehow.
I was
Did you
going to
see
say,
what did
wow,
it?
Isaiah, I didn't know your crow was a bit weak.
It's a crow, not a dinosaur.
Weak.
Yes, it's a... What do you expect? It's a crow.
Wow. I didn't know that the strongest character in our party couldn't construct a better crow.
First of all, I'm not the crow. Second of all, I constructed you, didn't I?
No, you killed me.
And I rebuilt you stronger than before.
No.
You put the skull of a
consciousness
possible
now.
necrotic in his body.
You put a skull and God brought me back to life.
I wouldn't say I'm God per se.
Because you aren't.
You hear Gary in your head, hey man, I'm not God, alright.
Neither of you are.
I didn't say I
He
was.
just starts turning between himself like the void and Isaiah. None of you are.
Doing little smeagling.
Listen, man, you need to calm down, dude.
I have just lost a child. Again.
It happens, dude. You know how many children I've lost? Wait.
Exactly. You see, if I had any silver pieces for how many times I've lost a child, I'd have 2 silver pieces, which isn't a lot, but it sucks that it happened twice.
Isaiah thinks on the inside, I guess he's not counting what happened to his actual children as losing them.
That is what I'm counting.
On the inside, I said. All right, so I suppose we'll have to wait here for the weather to blow over. Well, let's rest up and get ready to go out with a vengeance.
More vengeance.
We are the hand thereof.
And steams.
Hmm?
Balgroth just looks at the entrance of the cave and just stares at it just angrily, wanting to go out, but knowing that if he does, he'll die.
Yep, seems like he's about to have a nervous breakdown.
I am.
We all are. Yeah. As all that dies down,
Rage.
Yip Yap can choose to go to sleep if he would like.
Yeah.
And Isaiah can take the watch or go back to sleep. Since Balgroth doesn't have to, he can stay up with Carson.
Suppose I'll go back to bed.
You would.
Yes, I am.
And as Garson just kind of sits against the wall, Balgroth, you see that he does look distraught at having lost Daisy. The Vezins are curled up on each other again, and the night goes by without any other interruptions. Those who are sleeping, by the time morning comes, are awoken by the clacking of claws against stone. As Balgroth, you see Crunchers reappears from that tunnel in the wall with another blue kobold at his side. Crunchers is now holding a spear and a shield close to his body, and the new kobold wears a ragged blue poncho, of which a hood sits back on his head behind a set of 4 horns. And his hands are held slantly steepled in front of him as he regards you all.
Oh, Pummels.
The new kobold speaks. I am Ton, holder of the Laughing Stone. What is your meanings of being in our stronghold?
Well, we're not. We're in the cave entrance to the place to your
This is
stronghold.
part of the stronghold.
Oh, well, you see, we were trying to not go deaf from the storm and the weather, and we should be able to leave soon, I believe. We are now missing one of our party, though. That's a bit of a setback.
I am sorry to hear about this missing friend, but you have slept. Now you must leave.
So you're not going to help us.
What would you have me do to help?
At least join us in searching for the missing one.
I cannot leave the stronghold.
Then get others who can.
We cannot leave the stronghold. There are so few of us, and we must stay here.
Sounds useless to me. What's so important about this stronghold that you can never leave it?
Our king sleeps here, and he sleeps for very long times. So any others that come here must leave, so they do not wake him.
What king?
Liveth, a son.
What does this mean to Yip Yap when he hears this?
So, Liveth, I don't know if you would recognize that name. Balgroth and Isaiah might. It is it is a name for the Radiance.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
what?
The sun is sleeping, and so they need to protect it.
Did you guys just say you need to protect the sun?
Oh, don't do this right now.
I'm frozen.
Shoot.
I think we all are, technically. Wait, no.
Hurrah. Oh, I think their Wi-Fi went out because they live together.
Yeah. I honestly thought it was me because... Yeah, I honestly thought it was me because the storm is rolling in.
Yeah. Where do they live again?
They kept giving dialogue as if they lived in New York.
Did she used to live in West Virginia, or was that someone else I met on Discord?
I'm trying to remember. My memory is escaping me.
I am back, I think.
Aha!
Hi there, back. I'm Dale.
There's like a storm or something right outside.
Oh,
Okay. So, what did I know about this entity that crashed our internet?
Yes, I was spilling the dark secrets. Balgroth and Isaiah would know. I don't think Yip Yap would, but Liveth is a name used when referencing the Radiance.
Why would I not know this? Is it just because I know Kiriga?
Yeah, I don't know if you would know the term Liveth. It's an older name.
Well, when he says the sun, that might give me reason to question it, right?
He's saying son in terms of like a child's son, not the son.
I mean, Margroth, this is kind of like me with Kiriga. That cave was very special that we were in before the adventurers attacked.
So you agree with him that we should at least get them to help us?
I mean, a blue that Crunch? Can Crunch come along with us?
Crunchers and Ton have a short conversation in Cobalt, which Yip Yap basically understands to be an argument of like, you can't leave right now. We're like really busy right now. You can't leave right now. But he wants to help. It's a back and forth thing until Ton speaks again. None of us can leave. None of us can leave right now. If it's help you want, help exists outside the pass.
Huh. I guess
Then
not
at
all
least
kobolds are the
like
same. That's a shame.
What'd you say, Jeremiah?
So I was saying, well, if help is outside, would you at least point us in the right direction?
There's only one way to go. Not the way you came. There's the way you go.
Now, how you say your king is sleeping? When
Yes.
did the sleep begin?
Almost 60 cycles ago.
Yip Yap, does that line up with when Kiriga was killed?
Yeah.
No or yes?
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't?
No.
How many cycles ago was it?
60.
So
no,
what I understand...
When did my adventure begin?
Well, Kiriga died before you joined the party. That was way past 60.
So, like, is Isaiah understanding, in as much as he believes these things, like that these people aren't just insane little kobolds? Like, would it be like these are aspects of the Radiance, or like what? How would he be? I mean, just given the nature of that world, like, how would he understand it if someone's like, yeah, my God had this form and then died, and then my God has same God, different form, alive but sleeping?
Well, as the Cobalt phrased it, this is technically a son of the Radiance, as in, like, it's a minor deus connected to it. I think Isaiah would take that as just to mean, like, a minor god is asleep under the cave somewhere.
Gotcha.
If the Kobolds are, like, understanding what's actually happening.
Which is never a certainty.
Yeah, it could just be a dragon.
Interesting. What color is this sun?
Blue, like us.
Blue. The dragon egg I have is white, yeah?
Yes, you have a white dragon egg.
I see. You wouldn't happen to know how to encourage a dragon to hatch, would you?
They hatch when they are ready to hatch. Do you have an egg?
I didn't say that. I was just asking.
The screaming is done. You need to leave.
Is the screaming done?
It is, yeah.
I'm glad he's not lying to me. All right. Well, then we shall leave. Does Yip Yap want to go murder hobo on these guys? Does Yip Yap want to be a murder hobo?
It was nice meeting you, Cruncher.
Yeah, nice meeting you too. I'm sorry. I'd like to help.
I understand.
Algroth just sort of stomps out angrily, frustratedly.
That's fair.
Well, Hey, you should come to the next Sunday festival.
Sunday?
So, Kira, Seville Kiriga, he made us kobold. We used to live with him, and every year he renews the sun. He even did it this year, even though he died. He's not really dead. He's just not here right now.
Hmm.
You mean the Radiants?
Yeah,
Ibeth?
yeah. No, he
He's
goes.
not dead.
Huh?
He's not dead.
Right, that's what I said. But he did die, though. He was killed, but he's still alive.
Wait a second.
He told me I'm very special.
Do kobolds just think all dragons are their god?
Isaiah could make that connection if you'd like.
That is 100% what Isaiah thinks is happening now.
Right.
He renewed the sun. Like,
Yes.
yeah, Sunday. So yeah, you should come by. If you're ever in insert the name of the place Yip Yap is from.
Xanthan?
Xanthan. I keep wanting to say Kincardine.
Xanthan
If
is,
you're ever in Xanthan, there's a nice cave in the hills.
Xanthan is really warm. I wouldn't do well there.
Oh, that's fair.
Are
Oh,
you a warm-blooded
I could send you an ice bucket. Bucket, put ice in it.
I'll meet you halfway.
That sounds good.
Okay.
They they dab up again.
uh,
As we walk out, I'm gonna ask Yip Yap.
Yeah.
You know what a dragon is, right?
You
What?
do know what a
Yeah,
dragon
I used to live with one.
Yeah. So like, what is it? How would you describe a dragon? What is a dragon to you?
A dragon is like he pulls out fossil like this, but the size of a small hill.
I see. And are there dragons that aren't Kiriga, the Radiants?
I mean, yeah, but they're not as cool as Kiriga.
I see. I see.
Like they don't rebuff the sun every year. Sorry, that's a hard to translate kobold word.
Did you ever see your Kiriga replace the sun?
Of course,
What did she do or he do?
he flew up and he shot his fire, and he came back down.
Yip Yap.
Yeah.
What role do roosters play in the sun's rising and setting?
They crow to wake the sun up.
I see. I see. So you're saying that because they crow and the sun comes up, that's obviously they make it come up, yes?
They don't make it come up. The radiance does that. They just, the sun has to wake up.
Oh,
It's
they wake
sleep.
up the sun. I see. So they help the radiance in that capacity.
I mean, they're not helping the radiance. They're helping the sun.
Okay, no, that's fair. Interesting. Isaiah just making mental notes about Kobold religion now. It's all coming together.
Oh, and wait till I tell you about the bats.
Oh, what do the bats do?
Oh, they live in our cave every now and then.
I see.
They taste great.
Do the bats
Grill.
make it nighttime sometimes?
Huh?
Do the bats ever make it nighttime?
Oh, there is a story about that. Yeah. Bats fear the bold.
Hmm. Interesting. So I have this dragon's egg, Yip Yap.
Uh-huh.
When it hatches, what will your thoughts be on the dragon?
That I hope it doesn't eat any of us.
I see. You're not going to have any desire to worship it or decide it's the reincarnation of Kiriga?
Well, no. I've seen Kiriga.
Interesting.
Like I said to Crunchers, he's just not here right now.
Right.
If Fossil eats enough, he can get as big as Kiriga. But he doesn't eat, so that's a little difficult.
Isaiah looks at like the entirely different species called pseudo dragon, and then back at you, and then back at Fossil. I
He
suppose.
looks at
Fossil
you.
shrugs.
Can I
Yes.
look at him?
Yes.
Fossil gives a shrug that communicates, like, just go with it, man. Let the kid have his fantasies.
You're right.
Let me be me.
So, you all get back into the caravan, saying yip yap mostly, saying goodbye to Crunchers, and Ton. Garson hooks the Vezins back up, and the wagon is put back on the trail of Goliath's Pass, and we will end the session there.
Interesting.
So I hope you guys enjoyed playing, and I hope all the ghosts and things enjoyed watching. And hopefully we can see each other next week. Hopefully.
Yee.
Probably.
And thank you all for watching. See you later. Hey.
Bye.
Ba, 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 ba.
Don't take any wooden